friend, Jim here with JB's Big Adventure, coming to you from Lake Chapala, Mexico. And that is right. What I'm going to do in this video is share with you how Medicare Advantage works here in Mexico, a actual experience that Barbara and I have had with it. Now, I did some notes here that I'm going to go off of, but what I want to let you know is there's one thing about me talking about something out there that's available. Doesn't matter what it was. Service, experience at a restaurant, purchasing a car, whatever it may be. But it's different when in fact it's happened to you personally and you can speak from experience. So it takes on a whole new meaning when in fact it's something that's happened to you. So for one, I want you to know that the hospital staff at San Antonio Hospital had no idea that we were YouTube influencers, YouTube expat influencers. So I was literally documenting every single step that we were taking because we were through some of the steps already. And then I got thinking, I need to go back and remember all these things that we did so others can actually benefit from our experience and have it something that works for you. Now, I do want to let you know up front that when Barbara and I got here, we both signed up with Lakeside Medical Group. We both had doctor's appointments. They were an hour apiece. And then Barbara had a doctor, I had a doctor. And just over a period of time, I hadn't gone there in a while. Barbara had still gone there. But what they've done now is they no longer accept cash payment. So cash patients, which is like me, not Barbara. Barbara's got insurance. And Lakeside Medical Group has become its own hospital. So when we had actually mentioned that we were at Lakeside, San Antonio Hospital let us know that they're not in a relationship with them anymore in regards to working back and forth. So, so we realized, okay, then what we need to do. So I'm going to give you the steps of what you need to do to get Medicare work for you, Medicare Advantage work for you in Mexico. First, it must be Medicare Advantage. Now, Barbara had Medicare Advantage Aetna, and I think because of our address that we've got in the States, they no longer offer Aetna there. It's now Blue Cross Blue Shield. So she's got Medicare Advantage Blue Shield, but it was Aetna at the time. And so the process must start at ER, the emergency room. So Barbara's had issues with food getting stuck on her esophagus, and it's a real uncomfortable thing for her. And she did it, and it can also affect your breathing. So right away, when I realized, okay, there's a problem here, I took her right to San Antonio Hospital. The doctor was immediately notified, and the process started there in the emergency room. Now, for Medicare to pay for a procedure of any sort, to pay the claim, the doctor must state, imply, document, and approve that the emergency procedure was an emergency. So that's really important. So for Medicare to actually pay for the claim, you actually must also spend 24 hours in the hospital. So it had to be overnight. And number 5, we had to pay a copay. It was $100 copay. And the thing that you got to make sure you do before you leave, so before being discharged, you must make sure that documents get signed, and if there's anything else that they need before you leave. In other words, you want to make sure that everything is been taken care of before you leave. Now, one of the reasons why we've waited to do this video is because of the fact this took place in August, And this is getting shot here in January, and I wanted to make sure that there was no surprises, that there wasn't extra stuff that was coming out of it, that in fact all we paid was the $100. In the States, the procedure would have been $4,500 US plus doctor's fees and plus anesthesia. But the doctor's fees and also the anesthesia. So because of the emergency, I got her right over there. Now, here is what's really, really important to know, and really from our experience. I used to work in a hospital a long time ago, back in my early 20s. So I've been around the hospital, how it works, the inner workings. I've got friends of mine that went through medical school. I know doctors. I've been around the industry. I got to tell you, being in Mexico, I was absolutely impressed. I was impressed about the care that not only Barbara got, but that they also gave me. Barbara's okay, and I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful that the doctor was in the area. There's a lot of things I'm really grateful for. And I'm grateful for this too. Barbara gets checked in, and I think she was in the room at this time. And Aetna calls her and wants to make sure that she's okay. They wanted to make sure that she was getting the care she needed, and wanted to let Barbara know. Now, this was on a Friday afternoon, early evening, and the representative from Aetna told her that she was going to go ahead and leave the case open until Monday, just in case she needed more time in the hospital. That is amazing. I don't know if you've ever had a hospital experience, but boy, they want you in and want you out. They don't want to keep you there. And I was just really impressed with that. And I feel bad that I didn't get her name. I really wanted to be able to call her back and just say thank you to her. But I just thought that, man, went way above any call of duty of what needed to be done, or her calling, making sure she's okay, and letting her know she's going to leave the case open until Monday. That was huge. And the seventh thing here is, I just want to, from the bottom of my heart, thank the hospital staff, the nutritionist, the nurse, registration, and the insurance coordinator. We no more got in the room, and the nurse was right there taking her vitals, making sure everything was fine. They allowed me to stay the night with her. And when you've been in a hospital, it's just amazing when people really care and really take care. So the nurse came in and just did a great job. Then the nutritionist came in and wanted to let Barbara know that she had the choice of 3 different dinners, 3 different choices of what she was going to be getting for dinner. I thought that was amazing. 3 choices. Normally in a hospital, they're going to say, this is what we're serving tonight. But they gave it 3. I don't remember what they were. I know they weren't vegetarian. I'm vegetarian. She's not. But I just know it was something neat. The gal at registration spoke perfect English and Spanish, and was from a part of Southern California that I'm from. So we connected real quickly. And that was just a great experience, because you're dealing with somebody that speaks the language. That just makes things go a whole lot easier. And then the insurance coordinator. I'm just totally impressed. She wanted to make sure that everything that Barbara needed, she got, and that her care was complete. And so, again, I just want to say, if these girls, end up seeing this video, I want to thank Selma, Grady, Marie, and Allie for such of a tremendous job that they did for us. So, friend, I hope that by watching and hearing from our experience about Medicare Advantage and how it works here and how it would work for you, that you would need. Now, I realize that everybody's situation is different. But I think the biggest thing is that the doctor has to say that in emergency, that this is actually, it's an emergency. It's got to be done right away. If it's not, it could be, there could be a disaster. So I hope this has been helpful for you, kind of sharing our personal experience with you about using it. So, friend, as always, thank you so much for being a part of this channel and a part of this community and supporting it. You have an awesome day, and we'll see you on the next video.